Gambia Bobiwine abeewo meya wakawempe owaddembe nabyeko meya wa Lubagaawo olunaku olwaleero twebale munonga abakiga balunca ba Kabale abakiga balalye mondi mwebale munonga abakiga balalye mondi. Bob is the song. Wow. Abana bayimba Bob enza gamba wawano ekyo kye bayita okwagalwa okwana maddala omurukiga balagyeta rukundo gino rukundo ejo ni rukundo ejo ni rukundo ejo ni rukundo yarahurira rukundo y'abantu ba Kabale abanyabukiga eji ni Rukiga region turabakunda mwene abana ba Kabale abana ba Kigezi abana ba Rukiga kino Rukiga mubaka Aisha Kabanda era akubye ekiri kyennyini ekyayogerwako my god ono olutalo lwa ddala Aisha Kabanda akubye enkofiira era y'amayinja yennyini taata Namula okuva e Lubaga omulaba wuyo naye asindikiriza taata Namuli wali ow'e Lubaga naye asindikiriza mu bagezi wali muganda wange Buwembo Gambye Kyagulanyi no generation bajja jiwulira bekwasa covid luno bajja kwekwasa ebirogorogo my god musajja abadde ku mpewo za radio wano naye nga amasimu ku 10 teri simu n'emu emuvumye teri simu n'emu emuwakanyiza bonna boogera kimu you are our president ogu niwe mwebembezi w'ihanga muguhembe muguhembe hemba
muli bange mwana. Muli bakali nnyo. Bageza kutulemesa okulaba omuhanda konka mwabooleka amaanyi g'abantu. Mubali mnoga basobola manyabo. Tituli aha abokusima kwa Museveni mbayi. Tituli aha abokukunda kwa Museveni. Tuli aha abo b'amaanyi g'abantu. Mumanyi babadde nga batulemesa okuyita mukuba kubanga Muhoozi bwe yali ayitawo yali awubira bizimbe byokka. Polisi webatekoze fujo. Polisi webatekoze kavuyo tewabeerawo kavuyo. Naye polisi yereta akavuyo. Nsanyuse nti kati polisi yalese kavuyo. Njagala abapolisi mumanye mwana yeffe tuli bakyali bammwe. Kubakyusiza mbeera nabagamba nti ze banamala okulayira buli wa polisi ogenda kuba ofuna miliyoni emu. Ate nabo buli wa UPDF ne Kopolo ajja kufuna miliyoni emu. Temusaagala Museveni abakozesa ensobi kubanga ye Museveni avunze mwalaali. Naye Uganda ekyagenda maaso. So, njagala tukolagane namwe abasirikale ate banamwe abasirikale. Yesterday, dictator we Gabon gwe bayita Ali Bongo yaleerawo n'ateekawo mutabani we kati abasirikale bamuliddewo. Kakati mwe aba UPDF sitale ki naye? Njogeredde wano eddakiika ntono kubanga gye tubadde tulina okwogera bakubye abantu ne babagobayo. Bagezaako n'otulemesa okutuuka ku radio naye ne tuuka ku radio ne tubibagamba ate ne wano mbibagambye naki. Kati njagala tugule ofisi yaffe olunaku lwaleero. Naye mbadde njagala nsooke mbawe message eno. Abantu b'e Kabale mwebale kunonda mwanonda. Museveni okandeze president. So, njagala bategeeza kyokulonda kwokka tekumala. Tulina okukola ekisingako awo. Mulaba kye mukoze leero. Mulabye Mbarara. Mulabye Foti. Mulabye Kasese. Kati twagala kuzuukusa n'ab'eggulu. Twagala kuzuukusa n'ab'ebusoga. Twagala kuzuukusa n'ab'esebeyi. Esaawa weenabeera etuuse. Esaawa ng'etuuse. Ekyokola mukimanyi temukimanyi babayi. Mwebale nnyo mwebalire ddala kujja kutulaga mukwano. Twagala bazuukusa tetunnaba kupowa namwe temupowa. Tetunnaba kuzikiza namwe temuzikiza. Ekisembayo temukkiriza muntu yenna kubaawula. Mbabaawula ku ddiini mbu bano basiraamu bano bakatuliki no. Mbabaawula mbu bano bakiga bano baganda bano bateeso bano banyankole bano bakonzo no. Tuli omuntu omwe. Abakuba n'ebikutukyakya n'ebimwe ebituluma bye bimu ate betwagala bali ebimu twagala Uganda empya twagala Kigezi mpya twagala ensi empya ate abagenda okireta nze naawe n'oli everyone. So ngenda kubasaba mukume hamwe simanyi ekituufu mubeere wamu mumanyi ya ensonga zino mpazoogerako ku radio naye njagala ziddamu wano manyi tulinawo batica naye batica bava wano ne bagenda ebweru ne bakola obwakadaama kubanga tewali musaala wano. Tulinawo abasawo wano naye abasawo bagenda ebweru ne bakola obwakadaama kubanga tewali musaala wano. Ensi yaffe ngagga nnyonyonyo eno Kigezi ngagga naye abantu ba mu Kigezi baavu kubanga ebyobugagga byonna Museveni yabifuula bya famire ye. Uganda yenna Museveni yamufuula wa famire ye. Buli kirombe bwe kiba si kya Museveni kya Janet, bwe kiba si kya Janet kya Sale, bwe kiba nga si kya Sale kya Sodo, bwe kiba nga si kya Sodo kya Muhoozi, bwe kiba si kya Muhoozi kya Lwabo. Sitole kinaye ebyobugagga bya Uganda birina kubeera byaffe. Amafuta galina kuyamba ffe, gold alina kuyamba ffe, iron ore ali wano Kigezi alina kuyamba ffe, buli kimu kirina kuyamba ffe. Kansa ya Kigezi aliwo kyagigala nja kugigulawo nalo. Nanjogedde ku bbeeyi y'ebintu, nanjogedde ku misolo, nanjogedde ku nguudo, naye byonna byonna mubimanyi. Nja kubagamba solution eryemu removing the dictator. Wano tetuze kola campaign ya kutulonda kwama tulonda dda. Eno campaign yatuliko yakujjako Museveni oba leero oba nkya oba next week yakujjako ani etumujjako tujja kugulawo Uganda empya. Nja kusembayo ng'ambasaba abakyali bange muconnectinge buli omu kumwe asobola okufuuka Bobiwine. Every one of you can become Bobiwine. Eno message njagala gitwale mu Gheto gy'opowa, njagala gitwale ku Washing Bay, njagala gitwale ku Saluni, njagala gitwale everywhere. Bwe twali tulwanyisa siriimu twamala coming together, njagala mu coming together tusobole okwewonya Museveni tuzimbe Uganda empya kuba bano ba dictator tusobole okubajjako era tugenda kubajjako naki? People power! People power! Our power! NUP! Everywhere! Mwebale nnyo mwebale singa si kinandi bakubyeyo n'akapera. Nubiani aliwa Nubiani kana kapera njagala kawereza abaana bonna be baasiba wane Kabale, abaana be baasiba yonna yonna mu Uganda, ba political prisoners bonna bonna, ba Olivia Lutaya, ba Machete, ba Kalanzi. Freedom is coming. Era betwala obuyinza bonna be basibira obwerere tugenda bajjayo, n'abasiraamu be basibira obwerere nabo tugenda bajjayo bonna bonna naki? Kati mbasaba tube mu ggwange naye nga tulowooza ng'abakulu twewale n'okuyiga obuyisa bw'abo abakulu abajjudde omululu tuteme n'empende ezikuza eggwanga linerijjunda amababu. We must rise to the occasion and build a better world. Saba twejjukize mutima ffe Uganda ne Uganda yette. We are the future, we are the future, we are in the world we stand a chance. We are the leaders of the future, and the future is today. If we only come together, we can change our destiny. So kimakuja tulio chilaba wano siwe kumina okuba Uganda. Cheers. Kampuni no mwala kasindala ina changamba.
Amazina ni banyeta champire shira. People power. Our power.
People power.
NUP.
Everywhere. NUP.
Wow, I'm grateful to you. On behalf of Kigazi people, Abachiga. Twashamele Muwonge President witwishikaho. Kuma turakunda nitwenda kumirwa wano. President wituyana teroro rutaro ruturumu. Chagwa yiturumu. Abakunda kwejanga. Tradition yitu y'Abachiga. Yaba president kugenye. Kandi tukudomisha.
Gebaita manyiga nyizo kugamba tino kumacha balesa ba police balesa ba maje balesa military ngabo nabayiti ne balete motoke bizikizo muliro ne balete bintu bingi nya ba police bonanga basaze kengudo na yaba ne bagamba ne the president of twino muyisawo nkugamba ntino byona byo bakoze up to now abantu bakyali bati obaka bale sinzeko kasese obaka sese ekyabaliddewo ne atenzi mukulaba okwange kabala ate ye kyasinze olwensonga kabali wali abantu 224 bala abantu 225 awo population yabwe sinnene nnyo era nabyo kwa mu comments abantu amunga bagamba nti ya abantu bano bonna bavudde wabekabala abantu bakabali nga batono neyinzo kugamba ntino abantu atabasinga baba blockinze singa taba blockinze ekintu kino singa kyebozi nakugamba ntino waliwo abantu abati obutya abasirikale olinga wala abimbundu adduka buddo simisire bale sabasajja abayitirivu nnyo nesoko otunulire ekigenda mu maaso ate nno tanaba kuva mu kitundu jukira adda ino okuva wano ku radio ate n'agenda waliwo badde bagenda okubeera nga ayogererako n'abantu nenyinza okugamba nti abasajja basazeeko ddeeyo ne bakubakuba abantu tewana mugo bakiriza okubeera mu kitundu kyabadde agenda okukola ki okubeera nga ayogerako n'abantu naye nga wali omugezigezi nyinza okugamba nti nasoose message n'asooka agibayisizaamu kati abayisizaamu eggaali wano nga tanaba kugulawo office kati otwogera ku ssaawa eno ali mu kugulawo office kamukulengezeeko yuli eddoboozi
ninyigulawo office ya National Unity Platform.
Office ya NUP abantu b'ekigezi kugambye nale president agikoledde wano wayogereddeko eri abantu b'ekigezi oluvannyuma lwa polisi okugaana abagenda okuba olukuŋŋaana oluvannyuma lw'okugulawo office naye kyakoze okwogerera wano eno mu kibuga wenyini wakati ekirungi kiri ku luguudo lunene nayogerera wano wakati ebigambo byagambira eri abantu b'ekigezi babiwulidde mu bungi abantu b'ekigezi bawulidde ebigambo bino.
Yes, nkugambye ntino president abayisizaamu wegali nasooka abayeba kwange bigawo byonna babiwulidde bulungi ate nga ne ku radio amazubi bagawadde ku radio network abagikyankalanyizaamu amanya si genda kubalisa kansooke nebaze bakwano bange aba Gheto TV, Jonah Tusingwize Buganda, Ronald Mugenyi, Sita Media Uganda, of course yewa Sita Media Sama Uganda n'abasigadde. Nze JBMuwonge mbeera wano n'ensooka mba connectinga n'ensooka mba tusaako message yonna ku mikutu naye ku Facebook tufuddeyo ngambe kansooke mbaweererezeko wano ensonga network ebadde etandise okwecanga ennyo. Abo ku Facebook munansonyiwa mbajjeeyo artistic kasita tuli wano naye tugende mu maaso kuba president alina ateera okugenda gy'abadde agenda okwogerako nabo. Katulabe anyway programu ye bweri naye ng'eri amawulire agavaayo basoosa abantu ne bakubirayo emiggo ne babagaana okubeera nga bagavaringa okulinda president okujja okulaba nti bawuliriza message ya president. Waliwo anabuuza mu comment section nti Jonah, are you from Kabale? Kanjogere ku lwa Jonah kuba Jonah mumanyi bulungi. Jonah tava from Kabale. Jonah ava ziti Ntungamo. Ye musajja munyankole Jonah. Yes, he's from Western Uganda. That's why he's linguistic. He can speak Luchiga, he can speak Lunyankole, he can speak very many languages. He can speak Luganda, he can speak English. He's a linguistic journalist. One of the traits of actually journalist. Umuntu nga ali so linguistic abeera bulungi okubeera nga is a journalist. Is from Western Uganda. Ayogera Luchiga, ayogera Lunyankole, ayogera Olutoro. Ayogera ennimi nnyingi oyo kyali man. We are so blessed to have him. Atali solid nnyo. Jonah Tusingwize. Tukwagala nnyo boy wange. Someone was asking over radio bajijeko president ngayogera. This time round bakubye amasimu abantu nga president ali inside the radio station. Kiba kitegeeza tebajijeko nga ali mu kwogera. Kibadde bagezezaako kola kwe kumupreventing ogenda ku radio station ngabo bakoze gule kasese bamupreventinze bamuganya amagye gadde mayitirivu nyine bamuganda ogenda ku radio. Naye this time round mu Kabale amaanyi g'abantu gasinze. Of course plan yabadde yakumulemesa physically na kibuli tojja gigenda ku radio station osaaga naye bataddewo ebimotoka ne baziba oluguudo n'ava mu motoka n'atambuza ebigere n'agenda ku radio station. So bwati of course ngayambibwako abantu abakigo bamanyi gwe nempozi kirabika tobategeera bulungi. Okigo omutegeera bulungi gwe abakiga bayina lo obamanyi kusaaga n'okusaaga gwe.
Now, what is the next step? I can attend to tugenda kuuma amateeka, tugenda kuuma obuntu bulamu, naye tetugenda oba mu luzungu. No problem, start again. No fire. Ask again. Ekyo kibuuzo wandibadde okibuuza abapoliisi n'abalina okubanga bebakuuma ekyo twasuubiza tugenda okukola, tugenda kubeera ba mirembe, tugenda kubeeramu abantu balamu, naye tetugenda kubeera batiitiivu era tetugenda kuliisa batiitiivu. Tetukola tukikola mateeka kuba twawadde chance leswaze mu maaso g'Abannayuganda ne mu maaso g'ensi yonna. Twasasula okubeera ku rediyo naye baali batulebeseza okuyingiramu. Tugana amakubo ga buli muntu okuyitamu. Muhoozi bwe yali ayitawo yali awubira bizimbe naye nga bamukkiriza okuyitawo bwe batulemeseza okuyitawo era tubadde tulina kutambuza bigere mu ddembe amaanyi g'abantu ne gabasinga so fe tugendagenda amaaso nga tuli baddembe naye nga tukuuma amateeka ate nga tetutya nga tukola ekyo ekituweebwa obuyinza okukolebwamu wakati mu mateeka
omaliriza leero foke mu
njagala kwebaza abantu b'omu Western Uganda okutwaniriza gyetuba ate nga gyetuddako bebasinga obungi tubebaza nnyo we don't take it for granted tubasaba omukwano ogwo n'amaanyi mugasigaze ku ground mukole mobilization muyite mu bannammwe mubabuulire amazima mubabuulire naki kye tulina okukola tetuli mu kampeyini yakulondebwa tuli mu kampeyini yakujjako Museveni so mukole kyonna ekisoboka so that essaawa eyo bwetuuka buli omu abeere nga amaze okunyiiga obulungi buli omu abeere nga amaze okukyajinga obulungi ate nga buli omu amanyi kyetulwanirira ekisembayo njagala okubasaba yonna gye tutanaba kutuuka mukole nga bwe tubadde nga mukuuma eddembe temukkiriza muntu yenna mukozi wa fujjo twenyigamu temukkiriza muntu yenna yenna mubbi kutwenyigamu tumanyi nti gavumenti ya Museveni ejja kwagala okuteekamu abayaaya abakozi b'effujjo naye ffe tusobola obbekolerako ng'amateeka bwe gakola tetwagala muntu yenna yenna mukozi wa fujjo ayonone omulamwa omulungi gwe tuliko ogw'okununula eggwanga lyaffe nga tukikola mu buntu bulamu mu mateeka ne mu mpisa Well, the question should be asked to the security people because like we promised, we are going to be moral, we are going to be orderly, we are going to be peaceful, but we are going to be assertive and we are not going to be intimidated. You've seen they blocked the radio, switched off the radio in Barara. They blocked us in Kasese from accessing the radio station. Here they blocked us from using the road we had to walk. They even tried to block us from the radio station here, but we asserted ourselves. They confiscated our machines and we did not go to the venue where we were supposed to address people. I ended up addressing people on top of my car. Kanchogere ekyo mu Luganda. Baatulemeseza okugenda gye tubadde tulina okwogera n'abantu bawambye ebyuma byaffe naye twogeredde wano. So we are going to continue being peaceful, being moral, doing everything within the law, but we are going to continue being assertive and we shall not be intimidated. I want to send a message to the security of Uganda. Do not be hoodwinked by this aging man, this exiting old man. Do what you're supposed to do within the law.
There's that message you've given to your supporters. That's why I'm going.
Yeah, I want to give a message to our supporters everywhere else that we're going to go. You've seen how our supporters behaved in Marara, how they behaved in Fort Poto, in Kasese, and here in Kabale. They've been peaceful. Not one property has been vandalized. Not one piece, you know. So I want to call upon you to do the same. Be moral, be peaceful, work within the law. Anybody who thinks is going to use this opportunity to commit crimes, to steal from the people, you are with the wrong crowd. We are not going to allow anybody to vulgarize our mission. Our mission is moral, it is legal, and it's acceptable before the law and before God. So, to anybody who thinks it's going to be used by the regime to paint a negative picture of us,
DJ, people power, our power, people power, our power, people power, people
wakati olukungana alukubye wano wakati mu kubo mwayogereddeko eri abantu
mulinde kugenda bakyali bange nga tetunaba kugenda Kampala njagala nsooke balage abakulembeze baffe abawano njagala balage Bobiwine bawano Muwonge bawano Basenyonyi bawano muzikirize basabe n'abanyabo bayitire kyamaani waffe ababuuzeko abalage n'abakulembeze abalala ono kyamaani waffe bamuyita Deriki Katebire genda kusaba kyamaani obabuuzeeko just 1 minute obalage abakulembeze abalala bonna awo tulyoke tuteme. Come on, Chairman Katebiri. People power! Our power! LUB oye! Samurai oye! Kanyamile oye! Nasebere kwa Munonga kwa ajili ya president wetu omulete sana His Excellency hakikisha kukambe bigambe eri propaganda mkunuya gunaha dictator ogata yele kwerizoba cha kanisa ebintu biragambwa tamazima people power our power twashobora kumnuna kandi turabasima abo tukiro office anuya abo kwashobora tungo challenge sometimes the mobilization tutubire turagezo kuja mfano kakashiko ko organizing na chikukangarira twako bitari mwe na bimwe no buyamurika abantu babiri bikaba bakwata barabata mu bihome kayoti manini undi nenga inakire mu bihome ibaramurire ko kamwe nahati yakutwikura office anuya kina bayibara za koresa mororo so ikeha yo kujangwa batuzibira office yitu bana batani ba Museveni patire watandika urugendo rwo kubiyaho byari moving dictator niyo abayobozi abunyemerera nabo inyonga y'abakabare akande digo polisi ya Kigezi arona n'ibindi byanga anaza kwakira one by one wajetu bagambaho
amazina mwagamanya cyampire shira ni nkora komite y'abacara people power our power abacara mwena mukirire cyawi
people power LUP chagulanyi nimanyega Muwonge Gheto nze coordinator wa Kanungu district mu LUP. People power amazina nigia na katuzika mobilizer Kanungu.
People power, our power, LUP everywhere. Chagrin Center Robert will sing His Excellency hoye hoye aizina ndi twese look kandi abantu bana kurebaha nyimba zivambayizinga na komiti ya Kabale district ngoranga youth mobilizer aba Kabale district yabare Munonga president wa kwachi people power amazina mugabero pati okugam modisuti ya Rukunji kandi chairman wa Rukunji ahabwa national platform president wa kwachira we bari kwija kandi nakwetaga no muri Rukunji tubase kusinga cha Kabale we bari Munonga people power amazina ni wamanya Kenneth chairman LUP Rwanda people power people power yabale bule yuri simba mu Uganda Kabale nati amazina ni anbani ngabulijo MC wajamba ikidesi wabitege yuko bijirokwe eleyibulaza
Ivan Kuruga Kanungu, the Register wa Chinchizi West. Mr. President, twakwachira mukichweka Jiraman.
Are people power. Amazina abaranyita Sibomane Rapan va mu district ya Kisoro nkabandi coordinator wabo. Urfumbira. Amazina ganje baranyita Sibomane Rapan kabandi coordinator w'abafumbira kuri Kisoro.
People power. People our power. Amazina ganje Rapan sa Brian foot soldier wa Kanungu district. Webale muno.
President ya Salamzei.
Okay, banange waliwo muzeyi aine bigambo byangambye naye nsaba muwe chance naye bitugambe tumuulize muzeyi.
Njagala kuba muzeyi.
Tegeza kugamba bingi kamaze mutambaluse President wehanga next 26/31 ekikulu ekyatumire n'atahamu LUP kirugwamwe Mercedes chairman nanga coordinator wa Eidale Kabale district ati kambaze ngambe nihanga lyo nalimpulire omusheje ogu okuza kwehandikisa rukaba utalo konkaba kutanguhize wise man he passed through bakagira ngo ekirineki une cyabaye has been full peaceful like today people have been saying that it is a party for the youth, but I am a person who supports the youth. Then, Nimureba Kuni Bajangu, Ahumbrambuli, Muhariakavu, today we have been peaceful. We wish him a success for next presidency. Thank you, our president.
Muzeyi mumuwulidde mulitegedde kati akasembayo omanyi mwana ne bwe twali tukyako emiziki naye nangano nawe kyali wange wano nga mukiga nangamba mwana Bobi njagala ojjeko ewaffe olaba abaana bwe bali abaakabe kati njagala muyita ono kyali bamusibako Museveni ng'agezaako okuleeta tribalism ng'agezaako twawula ne kyali waffe naye netubigaana njagala muyita kyali wange azaliwa wano Kabale ababuuzeeko bamuyita aliho nobati. People power, our power. Yaman, banange, twabati. People power, our power. President, abantu nani banja hana nsibe bikanira nabo banjira nkugambira ekintu kimwe. Okwe Kampala aliyo abantu bingi nibagamba ntabanyankola abakiga tuli complete fitting ekintu kyona ekisirimu Mr. President. Nibagamba tuli mu kintu ngulingamba n'ogu. So bagira ngu gambira President amanye nti dine kize kitulimu nife amalwalo vipo galimu mubazi abantu barwara tibinaho kubatwara amasomero tugalimu batisha atibine kikekashira kulipiji engudo mbinyo abantu kebalina kwegamba naffe tuli mu bwetaavu ngamwe nyini bwe mulimu okitegeera so naffe twagala ntuukatuuka nitwenda change Western Uganda nitwenda change tulenda change tibaganda bonka tibandozana bonka tibasoga bonka nitwenda people power our power.
Yes, that is the president himself in Kabale. Oyabade no batariho. And some people were asking me in the comment section here that where is the president going tomorrow? Now let me update you about that. President is going to Muwonge. President is going to Muwonge. Actually, now there is a change. There is a shift of regions. You know, there is a shift of regions. Remember, this has been Western Uganda. This has been Western Uganda, and so far we've seen him visit districts like Mbarara, Fort Potro, Kasese, and finally Kabale. Now he's gone to Eastern Uganda. This has been Western Uganda. Of course, Western Uganda has a number of districts, and in the first phase of the National Unity Platform nationwide mobilization tour and the official opening of party offices, the president decided to visit Mbarara, Fort Potro, Kasese, and Kabale. Then on the 4th of September 2023, that is on Monday. That is going to be on Monday. Yes, on Monday. Is going to go to Muwonge. Muwonge is in Eastern Uganda. Eastern Uganda, of course, has a number of districts like Amuria, Budaka, Bududa, Bujiri, Bukedeya, Bukwa, Buramburi, Busia, Butareja, Buyende, Iganga, Jinja, Kabaremaido, Kariro, Kamuli, Kapuchoro, Katakwi, Chibuku, Kumi, Kwini, Ruka, Manafwa, Mbare, Namingo, Namutumba, Ngoro, Parisa, Serere, Sironko, Soroti, Toro, and Muwonge. So he's going to go to Muwonge. That is on Monday. And from Muwonge, he'll be proceeding to Busia, Mbare, Soroti. Yeah, then our Ariokagende Muchi, Northern Uganda, but that is the program.
Jamondi. Mweba rekore kamani busuma. Mweba rekore kamani hinayara bilekuno ya kana atere bijamu. Kana atere jambe enju. Na atere jambe bibati. So emberejo. Mweba rekore kamani mwori kumworeka. Mweba rekumworeka muri president wihanga. Mweba rekumworeka muri president wihanga. Yes.
Yeah, when it comes to the population density, as in compared to Kabale and the other regions, Muwonge is quite populated because its population is estimated to be around 500,000 plus, actually to 1 million. Yeah, it's a very big place. The entire district is estimated to have close to 1 million people. Yeah, that is an estimate. So subira taban tubanji, and the more the population, the more deployment, because the more manpower Museveni will need to block people, you know, from accessing the venues, from accessing places close to the radio station. Because like I told you, the president normally does 3 activities. He opens up the office, he speaks to the people via the radio station in the region, and then he also addresses them at a specified venue. But remember, Museveni has employed a number of tactics in order to prevent people and also to prevent the president from giving them the message they are yearning for. But let's hope for the best on Monday. That is going to be in Muwonge. So abana be Muwonge yena badambuze ekibuuzo ekyo nchikuze mbulungi. Maybe tomorrow there is no program for those who are asking. Tomorrow taina agenda nkugambye nti agenda kuddamu kutaraga on the 4th of September. That is going to be in Muwonge. Ndoza nkuze mbulungi Matovu Richard and very many others who are watching and commenting in the comment section. Sky Comed, Zai from USA, Sulaiman, Regina, Connie, Naroga. You guys have not been seeing you in I remember your names during 2021. Now I've been missing to see your names in the comment section. Thanks for being there. Now That's the program. Kansoke nkuzeyoko ku audio ava ku side eri president.
Aba computer Dr. Uganda mobile nyo au ku Kampala Road kizimbe cha EM the basement muduka namba 16 wansi oja kuosa Uganda wa Robert aja kuba akwabo cholesingo kwetaga ensonga za computer ya buli mirembe kuja kuba gifuna bulungi twagala kwebaza abakulembeze betambula nabo ensonga y'okuwagira Gheto TV mbeera y'okulaba ntutambuliramu Uganda waffe Godfrey Yombya speaker wanakawa wewale nnyo okuba nti baganta akayatime nja kukateekangamu musobole okubanga mutambula bulungi wewale nnyo okuba nti tutambuliramu mu nteekateeka eno ate namwe abaagala okutwegattako enamba yaffe weeri tunoonyeeko tusobole okubanga tutambula wamu naye tukiddamu Gheto TV tekolagana na buli omu banga lyomala ng'oli wa NUP banga lyomala ng'oli wa People Power ate ng'oyogera ebyo abantu bye bakusuubiramu enjiri ya NUP kyakwanga tambula naawe muganda waffe Kasozi Hamza okuva enansa nawe bali nnyo ssebo nawe okusaba nti anja kuba negata ku tiimu enene etambula ne Gheto TV mu ntambuza y'emirimu noga nti kayatime nja kukateekangamu webale nnyo ssebo naawe tukwebaza abantu b'enansana omusajja oyo ffe eno enkolagana yaffe naye mulungi nnyo ebisinga mwe mubimanyi ekisakwerabira mwanyinaffe Alice Nanungi Masaka kansala w'abakyala webale nnyo nawe okuba nti buli kimu wasaze okuba nti tutambuliramu buli kimu tujja kuba tutambula kasita musigala ku mulamwa ffe nga Gheto TV tujja kubanga tutambula enkolagana eyo netusaba ebeereme okubeera simbi emu okubeera eya sponsorship emu okubeera ey'okulanga ereere ey'omuggundo nga n'ensonga y'ekigambo ekya People Power gye mutambuza ensonga ya pulezidenti y'eggwanga etali mu bukuusa so twagala kwebaza nammwe abantu b'e Masaka olw'okuba nti musazeewo okuyinjamu naffe mu nteekateeka eyo nyonyere ddala abalala mwenna etusobola kwerabira ekibiina kyaffe ekya NUP ekyasalawo okulaba nti kitambuliramu naffe mu mbeera yonna tusobole okuba nga tukwasaganya ensonga z'eggwanga Uganda President waffe His Excellency Robert Kyagulanyi Ssentamu tujja kumwebazanga buli kaseera eyaleeta obumuli guno okulaba nti buli kimu okulaba nti tukitambuza tusobole okuweereza eggwanga lino Uganda beebaza President waffe Kyagulanyi Ssentamu balina okwagala media team nozaga nti tujja kubabererawo ekinaaba kigaanye nawe tukwebaza n'ekibiina kyo abakulembeze wonna sekomere jene waffe webale nnyo okusobola kwerabira akadde waffe ow'ebyensimbi Benjamin Katana webale nnyo okusamunya ekitiibwa akadde omuntu emabega wa entertainment omuntu muyitirivu nnyo okusobola kwerabira ekibiina kyonna okutwalisa awamu olw'ensonga eno abakyaffe Joel Senkes Ssenyonyi webale nnyo naawe olw'emirimu gy'okolera ekibiina saako ne bafuuti sojaze bonna betuyimbira awamu nabo ensonga enkulu si yakuyimbi ensonga enkulu yakutubeererawo mwebale nnyo bafuuti soja batulwanira nga bannamawulire oluusi olina woyita nosanga batwogerako ebitaliiyo olina woyita nosanga omukutu oluusi waliwo embeera gikoze nammwe abatuwabula buli kaseera olina engeri gy'otuwabulamu mu nkola yaffe ey'emirimu twagala kwebaza abafuuti sojaze baffe bonna nga tetuweesazeemu abantu abatukubira ku masimu ne mutuwabula mu nkola yaffe ey'emirimu nammwe tubasaamu nnyo ekitiibwa bakadde baffe abali obweru bw'eggwanga mumanyi otukubirako ne nga naye jona kano kayiseemu jona tugambire kwono nammwe tubasaamu nnyo ekitiibwa olw'omutima ogwo ogw'ekibiina ogulumirirwa struggle eno tusobola kweraba bannamawulire bannaffe mwenna abakola omulimu guno abakola omulimu gwa mawulire bakadde baffe abali ku still pictures presidential team ey'abaphotographer twebaza nnyo ddala olw'omulimu ogwo bakameramani mwenna abastruggle twebaza nnyo ddala ate nammwe baganda baffe abakola omulimu gwa blogging oguli mu mateeka ogutavuma ogutatyoboola ogutakakanya tubasaamu nnyo ekitiibwa ba online media journalists mwena platform zonna tuzisaamu nnyo ekitiibwa era tubeebaliza ddala olw'omulimu ogwo omunene gwe mukolera eggwanga nnyo ddala mwebali aturisi buli kategore ngituseeko mwebali nnyo okutambulira wamu gasigala nga twebaza ba editor bafe abalungi aba mainstream media houses okwetoloola eggwanga lyonna twebaza mwebali nnyo abali e Kampala nga mufolowinga embeera yonna twagalako omuhanda w'abantu ba Kabale bali akusendekereza president abona ashobora Kabale president w'ihanga abantu bali akumuterera ka jambo president.
Yes, that was Jonah at Singwiz of Gheto TV, giving thanks to each and everyone. Actually, let me also thank to whoever, of course, renders any kind of support, to any team, because there are very many, and whatever you do, it adds a little. So don't stop, just continue and also inspire others to do the same. What I can tell you, the president is on his way back to Kampala, and of course he's not rushing because he has been denied to physically meet these people at the venue that was Rugaramara primary school playground. That's where they had booked to speak to the masses in Kasese. I told you Kasese has a population of close to over 300,000 people, and almost 3/4 of those would actually come to listen to the message. But of course, immediately after the radio talk show, the president was able to speak to the masses outside the radio station, and of course the message was delivered loud and clear. And then the other thing, there is no program tomorrow. Tomorrow the president is going back to Kampala now, of course, to strategize and of course refresh, to shift regions. It was Western Uganda, and now is heading to Eastern Uganda, starting with Mayuge. Starting with Mayuge. So he's getting back to Kampala, of course. Mpola abantu bagenda bamuwubirako here and there. Of course, happiness is all over, and they don't want him to go back to Kampala. By the way, I'm going to extract his radio talk show. I'm very sure very many of you, actually including myself, I was unable to clearly listen to him via the radio talk show, but I'm going to extract it and I'm going to be giving it to you via our new podcast YouTube channel. By the way, Kambajukize to go to our platform. That is the new podcast channel, is called JBMuwonge Podcast. There is the link in the comment section. Visiting ogende or subscribing to take your podcast zoka. Remember, I told you guys I opened up a podcast in the name Uganda's Journey to Freedom. I'm documenting each and everything that happens in form of a podcast. It is all over the website. It's all over Google. Even if you just search JBMuwonge Podcast, or even if you search Uganda's Journey to Freedom, it is on Spotify, it is on Apple Podcasts, it's on Google Podcasts, it's on Anchor.fm, it is on Listening Notes. For those who know about podcasts, you know. So I opened up its official YouTube channel, and the name is JBMuwonge Podcast. Ntekayo speeches as president, ntekayo ebigwao here and there. So there is the link in the comment section. Just you are over 700 people listening in. If you appreciate the work that I do, just visit that link that I've put in the comment section, click it, go and at least subscribe. Let the community on that other side also grow, because at the end of the day, it's all about devising means of spreading this information. Remember, it is stifled at each and every front, but we devise means on a daily basis. Every night and day we continue to brainstorm and devise other means on how to make sure that the message spreads to all generations and all different regions across this planet, because each and every effort rendered towards this non-fictional socio-economic and political change each one of us is yearning for, is welcomed. So I employ you, and I actually, let me just ask you kindly, link here in comment section, genda yo, or visiting a platform where you JBMuwonge Podcast. Of course, content ready jali speeches of president ne podcast zemba kolera on a daily basis. Genda yo, be part of the community. Sagala tukuleke mabega ate tugambi kano JP ngati wakatugamba kano ngamba desikamanyi. That is it. ya kansoke nkuzeyoko wano
na aba NUP tubasaamu ekitiibwa ba tiktokers mwena mbadde mbeerabidde kawadde kakodyo ba tiktokers abasitwago mwena tubasaamu ekitiibwa ba youtubers Eddie
abaana bayimba obuyimba obusoomooza Museveni gwe akayimba bakakyusiza nduli bali bayimba twine Bobi Kyagulanyi twine Bobi Kyagulanyi naye kati bayimba Bobi olina amaanyi abaana abakigo bamanyi gwe. I like those guys, I really like those guys.
sajja kobando mulaba agaddewo face
Bobiwine alina amaanyi tebamusobola. So someone is asking what is JB full. No, njachibagamba next time. Mwesigwa Vincent, thank you very much. And Zai, thank you very much. Naja, Mugambwa Waswa. By the way, thanks for listening in always and tuning in. Mitara, Joseph, Mingo Joseph from Dubai, Mitara, I think is also in Dubai currently, and those in Boston, those in the UK, my friends in the UK, the entire band banage sola bamenya. I'm very sure Kagezi Thomas, Uncle Kagezi Thomas Koli Bulungi, Ankani Desmond Koli, Ani Umulalao, Ani banage. You guys, you are very many. Thank you for always tuning in. Thank you for always tuning in. Joseph Nteba, Katongole Patrick, Namiaro Emma, Arobert, Omago, Mugambwa Waswa. I see some of you in the comment section. Mkwaya Francis, Diana Dats, Ngoba Dobuze, Sese Victor, you guys, Harriet, Aisha Sulaiman, Connie Naroga, Magara Rogers, Chizan Nassar, TK Communication Center, Gayaza. Thanks for always tuning in. Brenda, Karimila. Let's keep the fire burning and burning and burning. What I've liked about this tour in Kabale is one thing. Mutebi Peter mwebale kuberako, Aneti Namakenda mwebale kuberako. One thing I've liked about this tour in Kabale is one that the people have showed remarkable resilience in fighting police from breaking the law. They have tried, of course, using a motokabiya ebizikizo muliro to block His Excellency Bobiwine from accessing the radio. But of course, people have overwhelmed police and the army. We always tell you guys that Museveni's security apparatus is too small compared to us Ugandans. Now, imagine, I just told you, statistically, Kabale has over close to 300,000 people. And the entire security apparatus of Uganda is not actually more than 120,000. Is not over 120,000. And you remember, it is scattered all over Uganda. It's not in one poor place. It is scattered all over Uganda, in each and every region. When I talk about the Ugandan Museveni security apparatus, take it into consideration that I mean police, UPDF, military, SFC, and the LDU, each and every security personnel. So they are not over emitwalo 12. Yeah, they are less than that. So we can easily overwhelm them, and our president knows that. That's why he doesn't want us to take that route, because it's not the route that we need. We need to change our country democratically. But of course, if they show that we cannot do it democratically, what they've seen in Kabale, I think it should teach them a lesson that we can actually overwhelm you and we do exactly what you think we cannot do. So I liked the way Kabale people peacefully overwhelmed the police, the military, and all the security apparatus they employed in Kabale. And this is a lesson to other regions now, like where president is going to be. That is in Muwonge. Muwonge has over close to 1 million as in the population, Muwonge district. So expect heavy deployment there, of course, not to tear gas, because these days they fear to tear gas you. They know the repercussions. Of course, to block you from accessing the venue, to block the president from accessing the radio station, and to as well scare you, to create that climate of fear. So expect that, but let us also act. Let us be assertive. Let us refuse them from breaking the law. We can do this like the way people of Kabale have done. Hey, and this is how we are going to do. So thanks for appreciating. And yeah, any question in the comment section? Let me just remind you, mugende mukole chingenda teka speeches on ku YouTube channel ya Feye mpya bagiyita JBMuwonge Podcast. Ntekayo ninga muli batona abakagenda yo bannange. Kalinki kako mu comment section. Kakiliki nga obulikinzi ogendo subscribing, then okome wane imboze demo. Kalinki kako in the comment section. I want the community on the other side also to grow. Kubaje nteka podcast yoka. Sinatira nteka podcast zoka. Of course, waliwo communities bankati ngabe UK baziwulira via Spotify ne Apple Podcasts. Ndaba wano mu insights, which is very encouraging and very good. Naye njagala native community naye kule on that side. Yeah. A rare passenger watching from South Africa. It's a tragic day in Johannesburg as the death toll in Johannesburg building fire has risen to 37 and still counting. Kabale mwebale kuwa support. Nga kibi nnyo papa ali e Johannesburg. Yeah, but that's life. It's a series of episodes. But at the end of the day, we have to go through each and every episode. But thanks for tuning in amidst that kind of tragedy you are in. Any question? Muwonge. Eastern Uganda. In districts nyingi, but president agenda kusokera Muwonge, agenda Kabale, agenda Kesoroti. Yeah, mumulinde. That is starting from Monday. Yeah, starting from Monday. It's going to recharge. Currently it's going back to Kampala to recharge, to refuel, to renew his kind of energy and all that. Eastern Uganda, that is Muwonge district. Muwonge is actually bordered by Iganga, bordered by Bujiri, Namayingo, and actually Mumaserengeta is close to Tanzania. Okitegeera eri awo makati ga Iganga, ga Bujiri, ga Namayingo, ga Jinja district, then wansi waayo yewali Tanzania. So you can get to see where Muwonge district is. So, and actually it's not, of course it is far from Kampala. Yeah, sigamba nti eri kumpi. It's kind of far. Naye nkugambye nti from Jinja, because Jinja is the largest that side, let's say it's the capital of Eastern, just 38 kilometers from Jinja. Yeah, 38 kilometers from Jinja district, over Jinja town. Yeah, so that's where the president is going to be. Expect him on Monday. Kujjako nga waliwo alina kyabuuza. Mugula ebale kubeerako muganda wange Naswa France. Naswa France. Kati amaliriza Kabale. Yes, amaliriza Kabale. Tusime Kenneth. Kyawuza JB in full. Ngamenya next time. Mugula, thanks for being on. Mutabazi Kenneth. Bilungi Kenneth. Florence Nagai. Oh, from Malawi. Wow. You mean? Wait a minute. Florence. Musingizipo, my pleasure. Someone here is commenting, and Florence Nagai from Malawi watching. Malawi. That means we have. Do we have very many Ugandans in Malawi? Ugandans. Of course, I know that on the African continent and actually outside Africa, due to the unemployment rate in Uganda, which is beyond 83%, and of course the political climate, which is not favorable, the economic and social and political challenges that we currently face in Uganda, it has resulted in, of course, very many of our comrades leaving Uganda to go to each and every country that, of course, they think can make them make ends meet. And on each and every country on this planet osangayo muna Uganda neche mbade simanyi nti mu Malawi tulinayo abana Uganda abangi. I don't know anyway. Yeah, Emmanuel the Great calling this Batibwe. Chris Paul, thanks for the show. I'm asking, when is the Bundi Bujo? We don't want to leave people behind. Now, let me first check on the program lineup. Bundi Bujo. Bundi Bujo is not the first phase. Remember, this is the first phase of the National Platform Nationwide Mobilization Tour and the official opening of party offices. Remember, there is going to be a countrywide tour, of which this is the first phase. So expect the Secretariat to update us with another list, of places they are going to be visiting in the second phase. So expect the second phase, expect the third phase, expect the fourth phase, until when each and every region is visited. Neche nyino kugamba nti buli region egenda kubeera nga president agituukamu. Kyo nyino kugamba buli region. Mwesigwa Vincent, is there any danger ahead? Kibuzo kitegedde ekyo. Ahead, you mean wano ku video jembadde mbalaga, oba ahead of as we continue to visit other places? Ekibuzo kitegedde bulungi. Expound more on your question, bro. Let me see another question. Jumaiga Jonah at Singwizes, thanks for the work following you nyo neku Paro FM. Naye sinze Jonah ze JBMuwonge, maybe a message njaji to say wa Jonah. Thanks guys. Uganda Job, you need to use English all the time so that all the continents will understand everything, please. Or Kalebo Thomas, yeah, that's a good suggestion and a good advice. That's why I always interject in with English. Your mother language is always the best. Do you guys know that when you quarrel, you cannot quarrel in a foreign language? You always go back to your to your mother language. So sometimes we become too emotional, and you feel like now you need to speak it in the language people will understand. You from deep your heart. So that's why sometimes we interject in with Ugandan English. But basically, I always want to interject in with English simply because majority of our commentators, not only on Facebook but even on YouTube, they specialize in Luganda. But of course, we are over 56 tribes in Uganda. That means we have over 56 languages spoken in Uganda. But of course, their majority and of course the minorities, but basically I think Luganda is spoken by the biggest people, but that does not mean that each and everyone understands Luganda, and that does not mean that this message is directed to only those who speak Luganda. So that's why I come in and chip in with some bit of English, so that people beyond Uganda's borders, those in Kenya, those in Nigeria, those in Ghana, those in USA, can get the message and get to know what is currently happening. Those in Gabon, where Ali Bongo was hosted actually yesterday, you know, people think that they have challenges in their own places until when they hear what is happening in Uganda. So some Ugandans, they don't know that it is worse. Not of course worse, because their unemployment rate is 37%, ours is 83%. But it was worse in Gabon, because the family had ruled Gabon for 56 years. Bongo had ruled Gabon for 42 years. And then when he died, his son took over. He had ruled Gabon for 14 years, until when the head of their security team had to host him. That is Ngwema. So when you use a language which of course very many people can understand, they can relate from where they are. But that is it. Any question? Any other question? But please subscribe to our new channel, where I put updates about Uganda's journey to freedom. That's the link in the comment section, such that we get another community that side to empower me continue to give you more updates in all dimensions, socio-economic and political, but most especially Uganda's journey to freedom. We have to document each and everything. We have to document each and everything. And that's why France, JBMuwonge President Wamuganye Radio. Yeah, today they did not. Of course, they wanted to block him. They wanted to block him, but they were unable. The power of the people couldn't allow that to happen. Yeah, they just had to leave him go to the radio station, and though this time around he did not have enough time. It's like of course he had planned to be on that radio between 12 and then 1 p.m. But of course the police and the army trying to block him, trying to prevent him from reaching the radio station. By the time he reached the radio station, it was already past time. Yeah, but of course he managed to speak to the people of Kabale via K-Town Radio. Unfortunately, the network was very, very, very poor, and when I tried to access their online platform, that is K-Town Radio, I didn't have music, bro. But wait a minute, because I wanted to use their online server, to link to their online server, but they were simply playing music. But above all, I believe people managed to listen in, because afterwards they managed to call and ask questions, which implies they were listening. So the radio was not switched off, and the attempts they wanted to make to prevent him from accessing the radio failed due to very many people. Aneti Namakenda, you're welcome. All right, take us back where the president is, please. No, President Katali Mukuddayo and the cameras are off. President Ali Mukuddayo Chengelo call. I'm just going to cut for you I'm just going to trim for you the speeches and the such that you get to know what the president said. Nga tujjemu bino ebyokukola ki emmotoka amaloboozi amayitirivu nnyo ebintu ebitwe bityo. And Kamya Ben, you are sorry you are late today. But of course you know where to find what has been going on ever since we started. The first live broadcast, I switched it off and I started a new one. This is so far 1 hour and 16 minutes long, but there is the first one which I did over 2.5 hours. So you'll go and review, and I'm also going to extract for you the president's address on K-Town Radio, a clear version, because gyetubaddeko ebaddemu network glitches nyingi nnyo. So Any other question, guys, before I go? But please be part of our community. There is the link in the comment section. You are 400. Just take 1 second, click on that link, subscribe to our new YouTube channel, JBMuwonge Podcast, and then we go on. Let me see. You are very few, guys. Okay. Not, of course, everyone wants to be part of that community. But okay, I think I'm going to go because I have to trim out the president's speech. Let me see. Mukulu JB Entebbe tujitula mu 2024. No, not 2024. We were actually supposed to work tirelessly, because the time is long overdue. Let us not push to tomorrow. Let us not push to next year. We should push for now. I think that's the best way of confronting this regime. We should push for now, not, extending, deadlines as in, that next year, next week, next month. No. Let us make sure that whatever efforts that we employ towards the struggle for a fundamental change, it is for today, not tomorrow. That's when, if we say 2024, what about when 24 comes? And then you say 2025? No. We should do it today. Each and every effort should be employed to create the change today, not tomorrow. Yeah. What about Kampala? Zai, you're asking about Kampala. Kampala is going to be in the next phases. Yeah, Kampala is going to be in the next phases. The first phase, Kampala is not listed. But of course, the people of Kampala, I will not say that they know the message, that they don't need to be fed with that message. They need. But of course, those far from Kampala that are always hoodwinked with chapats and the t-shirts and the soap, they are the ones that actually needed the message first. Eddie Lewis, is this live broadcasting? Yes, I'm live. That's why I'm reading your comment and able to reply to you. When is the ban to lift on our president to visit UK? John Mukul. I don't have actually enough information about that. Remember, the president was banned to visit UK because of the statements he made about LGBT, and of course he was, against it, and that's why he was blocked from accessing UK territories. And it's because of the song he composed. That song was actually banned on YouTube. During those days, it was tough. So he was slapped with a travel ban of 10 years. So I don't know whether the 10 years have elapsed. And even if when they elapse, of course, maybe they would renew it. I don't know, because the song is still there. So I don't have enough information about that. But one thing I know, it was a ban of 10 years. Yeah. But I think, was it 2014? Yeah. I don't remember. I don't have the accurate information about that. And I'm not sure about when the ban will be lifted. Yeah. I know comrades in the UK are very thirsty. Yeah, ever since this struggle started, President has not visited the United Kingdom due to that ban. Yeah. Let me see another question in the comment section. Yes, Arua, our president, is going to be with you on the 13th of September. Yeah, 13th of September. From Mayuge, that is on Monday, is going to Busia. Yeah, so Busia, Mbare, Soroti, around that region. Let me see. see. What's the title of the song? Actually, I don't know the title of the song. I have to be frank to you. But I know the song, how it goes. But I don't know the title of the song. Sagala duyimba wano yadde kuba bayinza okubaninga YouTube channel yanga basajja abo bakambwe nnyo. Yeah, nenga that's the reason as to why he was banned. Then someone is saying here, Catboy Duma, I was for NRA but now I have changed. And now I'm concentrate for NUP supporter. Hey, thank you for changing your mind. Sorry. Actually, if you are someone below 50 and you still support Museveni and his regime, man, you need to go to church and pray to God, because you are doing a terrible mistake. Because for me, I don't know any reason you can give me to justify the killing of even a single person. But these guys have murdered our people. They have put our brothers and sisters in prison for simply no single crime whatsoever. Now talk about people like John Bosco Chibalama. During the times of people power, when the president had just unveiled the movement, of course, very many of our comrades were abducted, they were murdered. I did a documentary about those comrades that were murdered. I'm sure those who follow me know about that documentary. It's the 10th documentary. I tagged it actually on my Twitter account. It is the first post, and it shows the link to that documentary, and it also shows I put just a snippet, 1 minute snippet of the entire documentary about comrades that were murdered during the Museveni regime. But I was like, there is no reason you can give me to justify the killing of a single person. But these guys have murdered our people. They have disappeared our people. John Bosco Chibalama was abducted on the 3rd of June 2019, and up to today, of course, very many believe is dead. This Prime Minister, not Prime Minister, but Prime Minister, who actually doesn't know even the roles of a prime minister, she recently came out and bragged how they arrested John Bosco Chibalama because he was connected to a terrorist group, and she claims he was arrested in 2020. Is it 2021? I heard that woman, and I just couldn't control myself, and I decided to just keep quiet because I couldn't find the exact words to use to respond to her, whether in a podcast, whether in a live video, or in a short video. Because this is a gentleman who committed no single crime. He was abducted on the 3rd of June 2019, and his children, his wife, the parents, man, that story is a very sad one. When it comes to Mzee John Damulira, who was abducted on the 23rd of June of November 2020, very many of others, of course, and of course the countless atrocities these guys have done, killing people in Kasese, killing people on the 18th and the 19th of November 2020, and then you find someone still supporting these guys. That's a very terrible mistake. I'm so happy with this Bachiga Yalabi. Yes. Let me see any other question in the comment section. I want to come back in Uganda when Chagulanyi is in power. Kasozi Medi. Yes, very many people have that perspective in mind, that they would love to come back to Uganda when His Excellency Bobiwine is the president, because they are not used to that chaos that goes on a daily basis. Of course, when you leave Uganda and spend, even if it's a month outside of Uganda, even if it's Kenya, even if you go to South Africa, you, within just a few hours, can tell the difference between a country led by, people, and then a one which is led by goons and sycophants and all that kind of a thing. You can easily tell the difference, and then you're like, do these guys, Museveni and the group, also travel to these countries? Bo bajja mu season obaddayo waka what comes to their mind about bibali mutokole Uganda. So if you have that in mind that you would love to come back to Uganda when His Excellency Bobiwine is the president, I can feel what you mean and what's in your mind. Yeah, I can get it. Mr. JB, when is president visiting Luwero? Actually, Luwero is near. Luwero people just warm up for the president. This is the 31st, right? President is going to be with you in less than, actually in 8 days. In 8 days from today, the president is going to be with you in 8 days from today, because he's going to be with you on the 8th of September. Yeah, this coming week on Friday. He's going to be with you on Friday, and we want Luwero to be a 1 million march. Kasana Luwero, Kuvira Dalawa, Matuga, I don't know, that road. Those are Tuvire Dalawa, I don't know even, but let us be many as possible. I told you this time around, don't fear, don't expect tear gas, don't expect live bullets like the way it was the days before. Simply because this time around, His Excellency Bobiwine and team, they first put Museveni to ICC, and of course very many other bintu bingi. Gwe president omulabira okola bintu byakololooza butabuwa sente obuyiwira Museveni sente bagenda babusibasiba mpola. Museveni knows the repercussions of the things that they are doing. That's why this time around they are trying to behave, and the attacks they have to do to him this time around, they have to be calculative. They have to be calculative. Otherwise they would be putting more evidence and more pressure. Ongompo, you said no agenda. I don't know to whom you are addressing that. I don't know whether you are saying no agenda to the program lineup, whether to Museveni, whether to His Excellency Bobiwine. Your comment is just an open comment, it's not a closed comment. We should draft the police. Where's the next stop? Next stop is Muwonge. That is on the 4th. Let me see another question here in the comment section. Michael JB Fazili Mayanja nga yabula mumuwulizaako. Yes, Fazili Mayanja gyali yafuuka mu bize. Yeah, muwuliza nze. Yeah, yali ali ku Twitter naye yafuuka mu bize this time around. That's what I know. Akyakwasaganya emirimu gye gy'okunoonya akasimbi. Manye ebintu bino tubikola naye munange sometimes kati nze bwedda ndi wano since morning oyinza okugamba JB tokola. Munange nkola. Naye ogamba kanerekereza ate nsooka empeereza abantu. Naye ng'ate ogenda okuva ku live eno ogenda okwekanga toyinaamu na zaakulya. Because anyway, some people think that they pay us doing this. No, this we do on our own. We love what we do. Omanye ekintu kyokola nga okyagala. You feel like you miss to speak to people, you miss to broadcast this, you miss to comment it, you miss. I just love doing this. So some people think that we are on payroll of NUP. No, just go and make your research. Wefiriza n'ogamba omanyi olwaliro kanduokye nayi yakyenaali edda. So naye waliwo ekiyitirira n'ogamba omanyi kansirikemuko omwezi oba kansirikemuko wiiki. Ng'olwo eza langi ne sapa tokola ki? Toyina. Ate omukyala agenda kukubira essimu nti mwana tota alwadde, etaagayo ez'okulya biki atatandika omunyumiza emboozi kitegeera. So sometimes we meet those challenges and tuzeesirikira ffeka n'ogamba sijja zireeta online. Nze kanzikole ki? Kanzikwasaganye nga nze omusajja. Naye nga each one of us has a life beyond social media screens and all that. Thanks for dedicating your channels, for the time you put in. Much respect, JB. Yeah, actually, not on YouTube. I have very many channels. For those who follow me, muchimanyi bulungi website jeri mufuna amawulire, though I don't have a person who can actually write for free. I had actually employed someone nali musasula to write for me articles specifically for people power NUP related, because sagala kono Bujwanga simanyi omwana ajemere kusefulia nemuyikira nemwocha. No, I don't want that Bujwanga. I need a message that can transform this our country. So I had naye sente zali musasula mwani nezine zinnemerera nemujjako ku bawandiisi kati website weri awo njiteekako bwenjagadde naye nga people use it actually to go and read. Of course I update it when I get time, but of course platforms are very many: YouTube, Facebook, TikTok, Twitter, Instagram. At the end of the day, you can't update each and every one, and it is hard to get someone who does this freely. They always would bajja kugamba I need money and sokolera bwerere biki nomugamba, but this is your country and here your country naye I need money. So sometimes olemererwa nogamba no, let me leave this, let me concentrate on this, let me just concentrate on this. Where you get time nogamba let me do this, let me leave this. You prioritize at the end of the day ngate n'emirimu gyo gyokola egikuleetera akawogo akakusobozesa okugula data, akakusobozesa okufuna lunch ne supper, biki byonna n'okwebeezaawo nga gwe ate nagyo ogikola. So at the end of the day ebyo byonna biteeka into consideration. Yeah. Collins Batiwe, what about Luka district? Luka is not in the first phase. Luka is going to be in the second phase or the third phase or the fourth phase. Yeah. Luka maybe will appear in the next phases. JB ku security okwo nga Bobiwine sinnamulaba bamuyiwa. I'm not so sure Kasozi Medi about, but one thing I have to tell you, abantu abamu sijja bogerera, but some of our comrades abamu bali mu Uganda, abamu tebali mu Uganda, abamu bawanganguka, waliwo botagenda kulaba ku security team, waliwo botagenda kudamu kulaba ku trail, abamu nga balemala, abamu nga very many, but about Bobiwine I'm not so sure. Ninge yamulabye namulabyeko Kasese. Namulabyeko ninge yamulabyeko. Yeah. Let me see another question. Ngamba President Yambalenga bwe yali mu kalulu tweralikirira. No, actually anyway, nga bw'okyogedde okweraliikira kubeerawo, naye ekintu nga kyakubaawo kiba kyakubaawo, n'ekitagenda kubeerawo tekijja kubeerawo. President ayise embingi nnyo, tuyise mu biyitirivu nnyo, tujja biyitamu byonna. Let me see another question. Let me see any other question here. Kaziwe Bashiru ya tuitamu naye kale. Of course Kaziwe Bashiru and very many others, of course they are opportunists in this struggle. Like, let me give you an example. These drives the president is doing, this NUP nationwide tour the president embarked on, starting on the 28th with Mbarara. It did not just start yesterday. The president, our beloved Secretary General, Comrade David Lewis Rubongoya, has been moving around in various places, visiting Western Uganda, visiting Eastern Uganda. But if I can ask you, how many of these MPs have you seen moving with our Secretary General or the mobilization chairman, that is Chairman Nyanzi? You'll get to know that some of them just want to be close to His Excellency Bobiwine, of course, to appear in Tibakola. Naye ati waliwo bali abatagenda kwekweka nga they will just come out point blank, like the likes of Kagabo, the likes of this guy of Intenjelu, the likes of Kaziwe Bashir, who will just go mute and run away from his constituents. I heard that he even changed the venue, location where he stays. He no longer stays in the constituents and all that kind of a thing. Boyo choyo chalumu. I always encourage and always actually tell our comrades that trust is like a glass. Once it's broken, its pieces can never be rejoined. That is a glass. Once a glass breaks, its pieces can never be rejoined. So once you just need to be careful with what you say and once you do, because each and every word that escapes your mouth, it can never be taken back. You know, it can never be taken back. So once you speak something nga golozo osanyusa dictator, ogenda tunyiza ffe abagala enkyukakyuka tukusabule. So basically that is that. Yeah, but I'm about to go. If you guys have any other question. Semfuka Kasule Isma, we need to know the roadmap of our party NUP. The roadmap as in what? Because when it comes to the manifesto, when it comes to the roadmap in terms of how they are going to traverse Uganda, I think that is for the leaders, and afterwards they communicate to us like the way they printed out this program, and of course we know where the president is going to be tomorrow, the other day. I don't know whether that's the roadmap you're talking about. Like this is it. This is the roadmap for the first phase of the National Unity Platform Nationwide Demobilization Tour and the official opening of party offices. I don't know whether you mean the roadmap for revamping our country to better, but if you want that roadmap, then that is in our manifesto, which you can find on our website www.jbmuwonge.com, or you can go to the official NUP website and you download the manifesto. It explains in detail the socio-economic and the political steps that are going to be taken to transform this our country. I believe, I don't know which kind of roadmap you're talking about, but maybe I've tried to answer you. When is the president coming to Buyikwe? Buyikwe is not in the first phase. This is the first phase. Let me actually pin it for you there. This is the first phase. And the Buyikwe is not part of this so far. Maybe when they release the next roadmap for the tour, maybe we will be part. I'm not so sure. Semfuka Yisma. Yes, that one. Yeah, the second one, I believe it's well stipulated in the National Unity Manifesto, which is a huge kind of, I think, I can't explain it here on this live broadcast. Yeah, it would be better if you access it and read for yourself, because it actually was ranked the best in the previous 2021 election. Yeah, it was the best manifesto of all the parties that participated in the election. Yeah. I was asking about when is Chitugumu visit on North. Of course, after Eastern Uganda, the president is going to be embarking on North. Remember, he's going to Mayuge, Busia, Mbare, Soroti. That is part of Eastern Uganda. And then from Eastern Uganda, it is in the 4 districts per region at the first phase. You can see for Western Uganda, it was in Mbarara, Fort Potro, Kasese, Kabale. Those are 4 districts. When it comes to Eastern Uganda, you look at Mayuge, Busia, Mbale, Soroti. That is Eastern Uganda. Then from Eastern Uganda, is coming to Northern Uganda. That is on the 7th of September. That is Lila, Gulu. And then Ruwero, Hoima. And then it's going to go back to Arua on the 13th. Yeah, on the 13th of September. So, in the north, it's going to be there on the 13th and also on the 7th. Those are the 2 days. I hope I've answered you very well. Yeah. Oh, Bobiwine Soroti. Perfect. That's good news. Soroti, the president, is going to be there on the 6th. This coming week on the 6th. Yeah. Let me see any other question. Asimwe Moses, when is the president coming to Kiryandongo district? Kiryandongo, I'm not so sure. Maybe it's going to be in the next phase. Yeah, but in the first phase, it is not listed. Let me see. I'm watching from Arua City. We are waiting for you, our president, Black Safi. Thanks for tuning in from Arua. Yeah, the president is going to be with you on the 13th of September. That is this coming, actually next week, but on the 13th. That's when it's going to be in Arua. Let me see any other question. Kandabe. I think I can also stop here for the day. Yeah, but I actually recommend you to Johnny Sempala. Yeah, just leave for me a subscription button. I mean, subscribe for me on that channel. That's our new channel where I put podcast about Uganda's journey to freedom. I'm documenting step by step whatever we do. Remember, this is a series of episodes. This journey we embarked on to change Uganda is a series of episodes, and I dedicated myself to walk this journey step by step together, and that's what I'm trying to do. I extract our president's speeches. I also highlight and talk about on a number of issues that have captured media attention, of course, on the side of this change that we want. So that is the platform. That's the link. Just subscribe on it and be part of the community. For those who cannot manage to be on YouTube, you can always tune in on your Spotify app, or for those who use iPhone, on that app, on your screen, I'm sure you see that icon which has the word podcast. Just tap in that word, search JBMuwonge Podcast, or you can search Uganda's Journey to Freedom. When you're on Google and maybe you want to get access to the podcast, just put it there, JBMuwonge Podcast or Uganda's Journey to Freedom, and you will see different platforms that have hosted this podcast. It is actually ranked number 7 in Uganda. Yes, it is ranked number 7 in Uganda, the best podcasts in Uganda. It is ranked by feedsport.com as number 7, the best podcast, the best Uganda podcasts. Number 1 is the Uganda Boy Talk Show. Number 2 is on Uganda Podcast. Number 3, the Legal Podcast. Number 4, Z Humora Show. Number 5 is Our Food Stories. Number 6 is KFM Podcast. And number 7 is our own JBMuwonge Podcast, Uganda's Journey to Freedom. So be part of the community and we push this thing towards the end. That's the link in the comment section. And I think I can also say bye-bye to you guys till next time. Live from Afghanistan, Michael. Wow, the community is too big. That's why I love social media. It cuts beyond borders, and that's why dictators fear social media, and they'll do anything possible to block people from accessing social media. Like in Gabon, they had to block internet. They had to cut off, like the way it was in Uganda during 2021 sham elections, when Museveni switched off the internet. The same thing happened in Gabon when the election was rigged. But when Nguema, the person or the security personnel actually supposed to head the presidential security team, is the one who actually carried out the coup. After the coup, they restored the internet. Yeah, now it's active in Gabon. But reason as to why they do so, they don't want people to connect. Those from Afghanistan, those from South Africa. Now on this platform, there are those in South Africa, those in the United States of Africa. I've seen those in the UK, those in Uganda, Arua. That's how we connect. And that's what dictators fear most. But guess what? We have countless options. Like just now, I just told you our podcast is on different platforms. If you want to prove it, just go to Google. You search JBMuwonge Podcast. You'll see what I'm talking about. You'll get results on the RP, that is the search results page, you'll get different platforms hosting our podcast. Different platforms. It is everywhere. Cholanga kugambi. Museveni tatuona. Emmanuel the Great, JB tell Kilanon to let us down because of Akatengo. Thanks a lot, JB. 13 is Arua Mubitigwa. Yes, abantu be Kampala baina Akatengo, but remember, that's where the head of Museveni security apparatus is also. So Museveni also employs extreme kind of attacks on people. But of course, people have already shown resilience. We should just empower them. We should just motivate each other in terms of how to confront any kind of situation that is likely to sabotage our resilience. Yeah, basically that is that. Let us keep, motivating each other, because at the end of the day, like I always tell you, no single person is going to come from America, from Simanya UK, from ICC, from Simanya World Bank to come and save us. And that's why I like our president so much. When he goes to those guys, he tells them, we don't want you white people to come and save us. No. All we are asking, stop funding Museveni. Stop empowering his financial muscle. Stop supporting him. Because when you stop, he's not going to have money to pay for his RDCs, to pay for his aids, to pay for his, machineries and all that kind of a thing. So, that's the message. We have to keep energized. We have to keep motivating each other. And of course, connecting, just like the president told us, we have to connect. Yeah. If it is to do a countrywide protest against Museveni, it cannot be done when people in Kampala are not connecting, those in Gulu and, Arua, Kabale. We have support all over Uganda. That is well demonstrated in the first 4 visits the president has done. Of course, he's proving to those who always carry their propaganda that Simanyi Bobiwine ali ku Facebook, Simanyi ali ku Simanyi mu Buganda, or all that kind of stupid crap they always carry around, hoodwinking a few of our comrades and all that. Okay, when I start talking, I always don't want to go. But let me just say bye-bye for today. Just catch me later on our platform after uploading the president's address he had with the people of Kabale today. That's where I'm going to upload it. There is the link.